Good morning, everybody. This is West at Blue Collar Jigs doing a product test this morning. I think it's going to be a really good morning. We got really cloudy, stained water, which is not our normal water color. This is after storms and whatnot and heavy winds mixing all this mud and everything up in the lake and getting it just kind of dirty looking. But there's no wind and there's tons of bait fish slapping the water, and you can see the crappie coming up and active feeding this morning, which would be a pretty good morning to test. 47 degrees, calm waters. I got a reference with this old Bass Assassin on a 132 that I stick that sucker in. I can only see about 6 inches, and then I can't see no more, which is very, very different from our normal water colors. But I'm going to test these jigs that we have tied and possibly put in circulation. I've got Marabou with a copper flash. We're going to test it, see how it swims, see how we can see. And I've got the same jig tied up in hackle with the copper flash. We're just going to see how it looks in this stained water. Also be trying, because of those very different bright colors, I'm going to try something similar to the water, and that's going to be a Texas cricket. And then I got this crazy old, this big bulky multicolored head, 4 different hackle colors and 4 different flashing colors. But I want to see how this goofy looking thing swims, because can you have too much daggum flashing? Well, that's just a question I want to answer for myself, because you have jigs that are made with nothing but flashing on the end and they work great. So I put a bunch of flashing with a bunch of hackle. We're just gonna see what it looks like, what it does. And I've already caught one little old spotted bass this morning, so I know they're easily active feeding. I'm seeing they're slapping the water. There's plenty of activity going on, so we may even catch something today. And I wouldn't mind throwing this little cricket tail and just seeing what the chartreuse does underwater. And like I say, just because we can't see, don't mean the fish can't see, and don't mean they can't find the food, can't find the bait, because they do this all their lives. They go off the lateral line. They can feel it. They can find bait by feeling. You can barely see these little old shad and minnows all over the water, but these fish are finding them and feeding. They're slapping all over the top of this water. So color is not necessarily a bad thing. They can find it, they're hungry, they gonna get it. Especially if you're throwing around structure, like my boat, or this dang old dilapidated boathouse. That thing has got fish all over it. A piece of that boathouse out there has got giants slapping around that thing this morning. Big old slams, boy. But we're gonna give her a shot and see what we got.